Hey witchlings! It's me, your local chaotic witch on. I hope you're doing well. I am just popping on here super quick because I have a few announcements and things coming up that I wanted to share with you, and I'm absolutely shit with using the YouTube community feature. So I'm putting it in the front of this video because you guys love my vlogs and I know you'll watch this. So please stick around to hear some workshops that I'm doing that are coming up, both virtual and in person, and a shop recommendation that could use a little extra support right now. As well as that, I am now doing monthly lives with the Four Humors, and we have one coming up on the 15th. There'll be the 15th every month, the Ides, so to speak. And this is with Austin, Baynex Bramble, Mohegan Kitchen Toad, and Dr. Phoebe Hildegard Finch. All of these people are really wonderful, and we kind of have a theme every month. We hop on Instagram Live, and it's kind of if you know, you know. If you're able to make it, you're able to make it. They're not recorded. So we are this month chatting about salt. Our last live, we all did a success working for the lives, and you'll be able to kind of get extra information. If you follow me on Instagram, you will be able to see the posts on my stories, or you can turn notifications on my Instagram and get notified when I post new things. That's beneficial because I'm noticing that algorithm doesn't seem to like when I talk about world issues. So that's something that if you want to support me and you don't have a lot of money and all you can do is really engage with my content, turning notifications on and sharing posts to your stories of mine is super beneficial, and it helps me so much, like more than anything. I also have not one, not two, but 3 workshops coming up through Ritual Craft School in Wheat Ridge, Colorado. One of them, which is coming up on April 12th, is Introduction to Saint work and Folk Magic, Petitioning, Veneration, and More. It's a virtual workshop. It'll be from 2 to 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, and it is $45 for entry. And this is a workshop that I am so excited for. I've been wanting to do this workshop for so long. I get so many questions about saint work and folk magic, and I've made a lot of content recently about saint work and folk magic. So if you actually want to learn with me and kind of get a little bit more information, have a space for your questions, get kind of practical methods of petitioning the saints, and hear more about dual faith and syncretism and folk Catholicism in a more personal setting, this workshop is perfect for you. You can sign up at school.ritualcraft.com, or I will put the little link down below. My next workshop is Plants as Ancestors. This is actually a 3-part class series. It is currently only available in person, but I will maybe be doing it virtually in the future. If you're interested in that, you can let me know. We're gonna have 3 classes, one on April 18th, 6 to 8 p.m. at Ritual Craft, one on May 27th, 6:30 to 8:30 at Ritual Craft, and one on June 24th, 6 to 8 p.m. at Ritual Craft. There are only 30 spots available. We're going to be talking about meeting plants as ancestors and what this means. We're going to have a plant share where after a month of all ingesting or working with a particular plant ally, we'll talk about our experiences, and then we're going to be talking about moving through the world with plants as ancestors. Plants as ancestors is folk magic, is folk medicine. So this 3-part workshop, like I said, is in person only, but there's a really good chance that I will be doing it virtually. Someone on my Patreon has already expressed interest in this. So if you have interest, please let me know and hop onto my newsletter and give me your email. I don't send a lot of emails, I promise, okay? I send emails for like new products, blog posts, and restocks. That's it. You get like maybe 3 to 5 emails a month from me, depending on how many restocks I do and how many products are coming. So please just sign up for my newsletter. It's like, it gives you a discount code, okay? And it's a really great way to get information on me and what I'm doing, apart from social media. So that Plants and Ancestors is starting on April 18th. If you're in Colorado or in the Denver area, this is the perfect class for you. It is 100% a way in which I'm passing down teachings from my teachers and really kind of giving knowledge on my experiences with Plants as Ancestors to you and creating a container for you to have that experience in community. The final workshop that I'm teaching, where is it, is also another in-person workshop on the summer solstice. Come spend your summer solstice with me. We are going to be talking about Italian American traditions of midsummer and the folk magic that occurs on the longest day of the year, and we'll be making l'acqua di San Giovanni, or water of St. John, together. La Notte di San Giovanni is a huge thing in Italian American folk magic. You can look up, I've been making content, pictures, etc. I've been doing this practice for so long, and I'm so excited to finally be able to do it in community with you guys and talk about all of these wonderful summer solstice traditions that Italian American folk magic has. This is going to be on June 20th, literally on the summer solstice. Thank you, Ritual Craft School, for letting me have this slot. I'm so excited. 6 to 8 p.m. Once again, only 30 slots available. This is going to be a really hands-on class. Yes, we're going to talk about history and these practices and these traditions and where they come from, but we're also going to be touching plants and making things together. We're going to be contributing and making a l'acqua di San Giovanni together. Everyone's going to go home with l'acqua di San Giovanni and an Erba la Madonna. I will be bringing the herbs from my own garden and supplying us with everything we need. We will be making it together, speaking our intentions, our prayers over it together, putting it outside, and we all kind of have a water of St. John that we get to go home with. So I am super excited for these 3 workshops. They are something I've been wanting to do for ages, and I kind of got like went into the 3rd house perfection year, and I was like, oh, I'm teaching this year. That's what's happening. So there's also a class at Salem that I'm teaching, the Bane and Blessing of Italian American Folk Magic. This is 2 parts, communal protection and cures, and talking about Italian American folk magic and the tradition and the beauty of it, but also a bit of a theoretical, talking about baneful work and justified work, and what does it look like when we engage with these things in a justified way, and what does the most desperate of situations call for. So you can actually get tickets to my class only, virtual or online, or you can join me in Salem. And if you join me in Salem, you must shop at the Cauldron Black. So very recently, a friend of mine, Reverend Mother Larissa Nick Dickinson, a reader at the Cauldron Black, lost access to their Instagram account due to posting about Palestine. They just got locked out. Their old account was Urban Wizard, and their new account is Reverend Mother Larissa. They are someone who has really provided space for me in difficult times, always has a shoulder to cry on, always lends really amazing advice, genuinely is such a wonderful person, and they have a witchcraft kind of magic school called the Circe Academy. A lot of these classes I can vouch for. They're amazing, they're wonderful, and they never turn anyone away if you are in a position where finances are hard. The Circe Academy is part of the Cauldron Black, and the Cauldron Black itself is literally such a magical, wonderful shop. I filmed a lot of it in Salem. Nick was the one who took me to the place in Salem where Tituba lived, and just to kind of be able to witness that ritual and that magic and be so included by Nick and really just to be witness to their ritual, it was such an honor. I absolutely adore Nick in so many ways. So if you're watching this and you got to this part of the video, I'm going to ask everyone to go and follow Nick on Instagram so they actually get a little bit more of their platform that they spent 10 years building back. They deserve to have a space to support themselves. And another thing you can do to support this kind of community member that I love so dearly, even though they're very far away from me, is leave a really nice review for the Cauldron Black, or follow the Cauldron Black on Instagram. I'm actually hiring a social media coordinator right now if you want. Genuinely, because of their pro-Palestine stance, they get so many bad and negative reviews, like hateful messages and really kind of terrible things from people who disagree with that stance and disagree with how loud and proud the Cauldron Black is on their politics. And that's part of the reason why I love them. And I think it's part of our duty as community members, as members of the witchy community, that when we see someone standing up for values that we love, we go and give them a little extra support, especially to Nick, who lost their Instagram account, especially to the Cauldron Black, who has offered such an amazing community space. I actually got this red thread from the Cauldron Black recently, which was on the altar of, and it has been worked. It's a protective, I like even holding it, I have like chills going up and down my spine, but this was just some beautiful things. I actually took this class, the Red Cord class, and it was wonderful. They always have classes coming up that are virtual that you can take part in. And I just think that especially right now when we're seeing such an influx of hatred on so many people in so many places. It's when our community members and our community leaders and the people who have supported us need our support back, we should show up for them. So thank you for watching this 10-minute segment. I appreciate you, and I appreciate those of you who stayed around and watched. Please follow Nick on Instagram. Please come to our workshops. Please support the Cauldron Black, and overall, please enjoy the rest of the video. I don't really know what I'm doing with the vlog. Do we like these? I think so. I just have been kind of working a lot on college stuff and on other things, and I feel like that stuff is just kind of boring. I don't film it because I'm like, no one wants to see me do the same problem in math over and over again. At least that's what I feel like. But if you want me to talk more about college in these vlogs, I'd be happy to. What I've really been working on, I think, I'm gonna redo this head covering too, is getting into a routine with it. Working, doing stuff, because college is hard, and it's even harder when you're an adult and have a full-fledged business that you completely run yourself, and it is online. So that's what me and Mary were doing. My friend Mary and I went to a local coffee shop just to get some shit done, because it was, you know, this is hard. And a lot of times when college kicks back up, I don't really have a lot of time for magic. Genuinely, because I'm like slammed with my normal work stuff, like on Patreon and YouTube, and then I end up not really having a lot of space for other stuff, which is, you know, it's one of those things where like people I think always are like, well, we'll do less YouTube, do less Patreon, do less of these things. And I'm like, I hypothetically would love that, but that is my job. So I can't just quit my job that's paying for my bills and my rent and all these other things to do more witchcraft. It was funny, my parents said to me, they're like, you should go to college sooner rather than later, finish it out, because it's going to be harder as you get older. And I said, I don't believe you, I'll be fine. I should have believed them, you know? The woes of, oh, I should have listened to my parents when they told me this. There's really, I don't think any child, any daughter, son, etc., non-binary person, I mean, like, hindsight 2020, right? What are we gonna do now? If you haven't noticed, my eyeshadow routine is like mess. I'm still keeping up with like spirit offerings and all these things, but like a lot of times I just kind of get slammed, and then I'm not really, like, the free time that I'm doing is not, oh, let me do some witchcraft. It's like, no, I gotta go to bed. I'm reading more though, which is really nice, and I'm happy to start getting back into a routine and with my blog. This is a really interesting color for blush. I do really like it. So this is Ritual de Fio, and these things, these are like full face makeup. I ended up really liking these kind of like multi-face pigments, because it's less that I gotta carry with me. Mary made a very pretty cheat sheet for traffic analysis.
Traffic I'll analyze your traffic.
Today's vibe is Kim Possible. I'm wearing a t-shirt and like green. Hey, call me, beat me if you want to reach me. Anyways, we're doing some light makeup. I gotta take pictures of the last few veils. I gotta make sure my bag is packed because I'm gonna have to find a place to work. As soon as I come home, I'm gonna be like, oh, I don't want to work. No, this needs to get done. These babies are looking so good. Once again, Chente Eagle Horse is my tattoo artist. They are absolutely amazing. They're in downtown Denver as Choke Cherry Tattoo. They did my deer antlers and my cover-ups. I have to visit them again soon. Mostly because I just miss them. I love hanging out with them. They're an amazing tattoo artist. They do a lot of flash as well, which is really, really nice. So if you're ever like, you know, I don't know what I want, look at their flash sheet. They got a great flash sheet. Let me find my lip shit. So this is my new tote bag too. I literally like block printed this myself at a party, at a friend's birthday party, my friend Yasha. It was a really great time. Stop chasing your sister. Most, if not all of my mornings include this amount of chaos at this point. It's in the name. This is the same Ritual de Feel stuff that I was using before. I have two of these little colors. This one is Lust. The other one is Eros. I really, really enjoy the like single thing that I can slip into my pocket and I can put it anywhere on my face. Plus I don't want my peppers. I think I want my moss. This is how I ward off predators. And I'm not gonna do a veil today because we are gonna be moving things and I am not going to want to have to be worried about keeping a head covering on while I'm doing this. So I have a setup for when I don't veil, how I kind of keep my head protected, because I talk about, hold on, I talk about head protection a lot. That looks so much better. So I take this Vitae spray, give it a good shake. Sometimes there's a little bit of separation in here. It is not mold, but back of the head, top, really kind of rub it into the hair. And I just made an energetic veil without actually needing a veil. Sometimes I like to do a little on the back of the neck too. Sometimes if I'm really worried about the energy, I will add some rue or some of this new product that's coming out. Another really strong purification herb. So I'm just, rue is the big one for my head, along with rosemary. My hair is so big. Anyways, then I take a little, if I can find it, Curse Breaker oil, back in the neck. I always wear Our Lady Entire. Focus. I usually wear St. Anthony's Finding Oil. I like to wear it to kind of help assist me in finding whatever I need that day. So if I need, I don't know, stern talking to, I somehow stumble into that, or that finds me. Or if I need a little more money, it finds me. Also, my unnamed oil that is not mine, I do not make this, goes behind the ears. I'm not doing any money things today. I'm hanging with a friend, so just do normal protective ritual things. If you want to add some pomp and circumstance in, you can. I'm gonna do some R3 today. Most of the perfumes I wear come from just like a dab. Whew.
You know, like, I don't want to smell myself on the way there. Holy basil tincture. I think I'm PMSing, so I have to take this. It's holy basil and lemon balm. I made it myself. It's Cassandra from Woodland Essence. I recommend everyone to Woodland Essence. Lisa, my teacher, was like, you should go to Woodland Essence. I love them. I work with them. And I'm like, okay, great. And then I literally got this and I'm like, this is fantastic. There's so many tinctures. I'm about to get on my soapbox. There's so many tinctures on the market that are so strong and they like taste bad and they're terrible. Like, it just sucks. This doesn't taste like that. It's not a pain in the ass to drink, like to have a bit. There's like a strongness to it. The trademark like 5 flavors there, but I'm not like recoiling, you know? That was happening before. The Service Fairy, my notebook, that is for my long-term clients, but also kind of collaboration notes, readings, petitions, just notes in general. I use an erasable pen, so if I want to erase a page, I can. My lip stuff. Aquaphor. Sunscreen. Water bottle. My to-do list. Computer with SD card in it that has pictures of veils on it. Headphones. I haven't even had coffee yet. I'm gonna move this mask. I always like to, ooh, it's a little crumpled, but it's okay. I like to keep it on my wrist. Because if I'm going into grocery stores, I notice I forget more when I don't have it easily accessible. So I keep one on my wrist, one in my bag, one in my car. We're getting coffee. We got food. We're getting coffee. We gotta go pick up a key.
Oh my God.
I gotta watch a video.
Baking.
Yeah, I'm surprised you're wearing a sweatshirt.
Me too.
And then we will begin moving things. I think it's just like there's not a lot left, moving wise.
No, there's, it's mainly my plants, my planters, and throwing away the mattress.
Okay. And then drink tray and donations.
Yeah, the books that I have to donate. So like, there's not really actually like much left.
You guys taking pictures today?
Kind of. They're vlogging.
Sorry, I vlog stuff.
Yeah.
Was it like a lifestyle thing? Is it like a...
I was a witchy content creator, so I did like witch talk and that kind of stuff.
Take off your sunglasses. I deadass follow you.
Yeah! Thank you so much.
Have a good day.
Yeah, have a great day.
Oh, she's so sweet.
That was the sweetest interaction.
That was really
ever.
cute.
She was like, wait a minute. If you're watching this, you're so sweet. That made my day. I'm always awkward about it too. I'm like, I don't know.
I'm vlogging. I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so
being a
sorry.
nuisance to everybody.
Oh man, that was so sweet.
I don't think they like you.
Okay, I'm gonna set this camera here. So I gotta hold a haunted rosary. There's something.
Yeah, like I said, they're a little riled up.
Oh, nauseous. Jesus. Okay. Hi, buddy.
A little rattled.
Where are you from? Oh, that's Madonna de Pilar.
I actually saw it and I was like, I wonder if Frankie will want it.
I'd take it. So this is, oh, we got Jesus on the back.
Yeah, my man JC. Love my
Yeah,
man
I think this is the Madonna de Toute Fleur Marie de Pox. It's Préservez nous. So this is French. This one I think is Irish. An Irish spirit.
Interesting.
I'm not 100% sure though. I have to look at the lettering on, but the spirit feels not Italian. So
I
I haven't done really any kind of like communication quite yet. I just have them with their offerings right now.
Oh, I'm not even asking for them to be here. They're just talking to me.
Yeah, they're chatty. Like the second I pulled them out, I was like, oh,
It's really
hi.
like, this rosary is so pretty though. So there's this little medal that's in French with Madonna on what, this is, shut up. And then Jesus on the other side. I could easily, this spirit is so fun.
I know, as I was like, I don't know if they're gonna want to like help me work with anything, but like they're chatty. I like them a lot. Like they're definitely,
I do think,
a little intense. But
I
like,
do think it may, so I'm not sure about the rosary. The beads itself are wooden.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very traditional rosary. The crucifix has some interesting things. Usually, you have a marker on the rosary somewhere of where the medals were made. But I'm not seeing one.
Interesting.
It's also missing a bead here. It was well loved.
Yeah, I think it was definitely well loved and used a lot.
The rosary itself is gorgeous. The spirit is now shut up because I was like, stop.
Yeah, I like the spirit. I love the rosary.
I don't like anything else in there. You can do that. That rosary just wants to be used, by the way. All right, it is, I don't even know what day it is, but I'm home. The moving ended up taking quite a lot longer than I expected, which is okay. I got home at like 8 p.m. And so I had to cancel a bunch of plans today because I don't have I gotta like get shit done, right? Like I'm behind and the world knows it. So I'm gonna eat my lunch, refresh my coffee, and then get shit done. That fucking haunted rosary, I'm still thinking about her, you know? I'm still sitting there and being like, wow, what a girl, what a gift. I ended up really liking that energy, even though I started with like hating it. Why are we whining, huh? So today's a big work day, and tomorrow I read at Ritual Craft. So keep you guys updated with how it goes. By a miracle that I cannot fully attribute to myself, have gotten everything done for the restock hour and 15 minutes beforehand. My Patreon members, who I love very dearly, call me Frankie Does Well Under Pressure Castanea. That is literally something they said. I have a screenshot of it because I thought it was really funny and really accurate. So whenever you think, oh, Frankie has it all together, Frankie does everything on, I will go up to like the last minute before I'm supposed to, like, the shop launch happens, and I'm doing something. I'm making an email. I'm making a post. I am getting the last things up. So now I can change gears. I finished my piece for Crossed Crow, Crossed Crow's Anthology of World Magic, which pre-orders are open. You're able to order it. I will link it down below. I submitted that this morning, a little late, but still submitted. Realistically, I should be doing homework because I definitely have homework due tomorrow, but I also kind of want to get some bulk Patreon work done because I am really behind. And I told my patrons that too. I was like, hey, like I started college again. I'm getting my ass beat. And they were like, us too, bestie. And I'm like, great. It's just all of us. So what I like doing kind of in these situations, I like to make a to-do list. I have to bang out some ideas about maybe opening up readings outside of Ritual Craft. I haven't decided on that yet, but I'm kind of like looking at what that would look like. Then let me look at Patreon. So book club schedule's up, office hour schedule I think I already posted. So I have to film March
walk through. I have to, office hours is up, perfect. I have to do collective readings. I actually had another to-do list that I made, and I have no idea where I put it. Is it in here? No. I have to ship packages because I'm behind, so I'll probably start with taking pictures of these readings. Blog post, question mark? I have been trying to write this fucking blog post on the care and keeping of veils for ages. I should write homework. Whether or not we will get to that, we'll see. And I work tomorrow, so yeah, I'm probably gonna have to go. I was talking to Olivia. Olivia like does a bunch of stuff on Mondays and kind of is out of the house and does work. So I'm gonna probably touch base with Olivia tomorrow and be like, I need to do this. Because I probably do. I need to add this stuff to my calendar so I remember to do it. That is kind of what I've been having issues with. So the 15th is when I want this Q&A up. I'm in a St. Patrick's Day parade on the 15th. Oh, that's right. I am in a St. Patrick's Day parade on the 15th. I'm not even going to give you guys any of that information. I know, crazy. An Italian being in an Irish parade, crazy, but like it's happening. So let's look at the schedule and see. I think the 11th. Wednesdays are never a good day. Tomorrow's Monday. Oh yeah, I got a haircut on Saturday. I got a meeting got a doctor's appointment on Thursday. I don't want to go to the doctor, but I will because it's good for me. So I just got off the phone with banging out kind of a brand deal, but more along the lines of like a business that wants to work with me, which is really fucking cool. Firstly, I am like so excited because kind of one of the things that they were really staunch on that I feel like brand deals that I've done in the past and businesses I worked with in the past really don't seem to get was that they were like, we trust you know how to sell things. And I'm like, you are right. You are correct. I do know how to sell things and I do now know how to make this work. And so they were very much like, well, what is your experience? How do you make this your own? What does that look like? And I'm like, this is perfect. I've never had someone ask me this. So there's a lot of creative freedom that they're giving me, not to the point of like, I get to shit talk their business, but I don't want to. Like that. That's the thing too, is like, they just seem like a really, really fucking cool company. They're employee owned. They're really fast growing. It was built by industry veterans. And so that, to me, employee owned, centering the workers is such a huge thing that I love. But I think in kind of talking with this person that I'm talking to about this business and about this deal, what I'm realizing that a lot of, and this has been a point of contention and why I stopped working with a particular brand, a lot of brands that want to work with content creators want them to manufacture something based off like what they want. They're not asking you to utilize the tools at your disposal or your creativity or anything like that to create like something for them. They are asking you to use your platform to post something that they approve with a script, a specific way of doing it. And the thing with that is it gets really monotonous because you have to post the exact same photo the exact same way every single time you work with a brand, or you have to say these things a certain way and they have to approve these things. And I've seen brands like not like the way that creators do things and give them a script, or straight up have them like there's a level of like not understanding how much work goes into building a platform, building an audience, and building a community, and also a genuine kind of distrust for
the person you're employing as a contractor, like literally asking them to make something, there's a level to it that they're like, well, but we know better. And I'd be fine. I'm not shitting on brands who are like, we don't want you to say this and then this and this. This is the vibe we want. This is the vibe we want. The vibe we want. Anyways, that's fine, right? Like, to be able to say like, we want this to be approached a certain way. This is the energy for the video. We want you to like talk about these specific things. That's fucking fine. What's not fine is me telling you this isn't gonna work because I know my audience and I know they won't appreciate this. And I know that this is just not something that they're gonna believe is genuine, because my entire platform is built on vulnerability and honesty. Like, as a creator, when I started doing this, I sat down and I'm like, if I'm gonna do this, I cannot do a performance for the rest of my life. These people are gonna see the most of me that they possibly can. I am going to be myself. And yeah, there are certain things I don't put online, but what you get from me is pretty much what people who like are my friends get from me. It's not like, I never made the decision of like, this is how I want to appear. I just started doing it, and I don't really know how to be anything other than myself. So when I post something and I am very clearly not myself, somebody notices it and it feels ingenuine. And so when I say to a brand, hey, this I just don't think is going to do well on this platform, and they say, no, we've seen it do well, it'll be fine. Or when they push for a very specific day, when I'm telling you that like my audience, the people around me are all like talking about this really important thing, we're talking about this really big social event happening, you're like, no, it'll be fine. It will not be fine. And that's in part working with the brand, right? They want things on a specific day, on a specific time. But sometimes they change that. And I think this is the thing that like talking with this business, I go, okay, so I'm telling you, like, I know my audience will respond well to this formula, not this. I can only do this. And they go, that's fine. What? They're like, that's okay. All right, damn. Literally just trusting my judgment and trusting me when I say that I don't think this will work if we do it this way, and being like, yeah, let's do it this way. That's like virtually unheard of as a content creator. For someone to tell you, like, when you say, this isn't gonna work, I know my audience, or I can't post it this day, or I don't think showing this is gonna go well because of the platform itself, and they respond with like, yeah, that sounds good, instead of, no, we know better. Because the amount of brands that will push against a content creator or someone who knows their platform intimately, who's been doing this for years, against someone who maybe even isn't a content creator, just a person on Instagram with a following. Because I don't even know, I'm a content creator by the standards of like, I make content. I don't consider myself an influencer. I am a small business owner, I'm a witch, I'm all these things, but I'm not an influencer. Because I think like influencers influence people, but I think there's like influencer culture. This is a whole other conversation. But to have the person who runs the account, who's been having successful content, who's been built their content for years, because for me it's coming on 5 years now I've been doing this, to have them tell you now that that's not going to work. The app is going to shadow ban it because of A, B, and C. This won't be received well. This is not like a good idea. And for the brand to like push against that and be like, no, we think it's fine. It's gone well with other people. And I'm like, I'm not other people, bitch. This what I'm telling you, I know my audience, this is not gonna go well. And they're like, do it anyway. I'm like, all right. Okay. So I think in the long term, I mean, I started out this year kind of really wanting to be able to work with, when I did work with businesses, not only just rely on my income from readings and small businesses, but to really work with businesses that I felt good about. And because I've been in a lot of situations in the past where I've had to, or felt like I had to work with corporations or businesses that like, I didn't really, I loved working with them, but like I didn't feel good about it afterwards because it was clearly a bad decision. And there's a lot of things that can kind of talk about or relate to, but like sometimes it sucks, but sometimes having this be your job and not really having access to other jobs, to be able to work with a business that not only is clearly not only has really good morals and is really open to like paying you what you deserve, but is open to your creative capabilities and understands that you are a person who sells things. I sell my, like, and like, what does that look like? Because my products and the promotion for those products, those are things that help sell products. My content helps sell things. And no, I'm not making content just to sell things to you. I'm making content because I want to, but it's a living, you know, like this is my job. When I talk about a restock or this stuff like that, that's kind of like, please buy this. For them to be like, well, what does that look like for you? And what's your experience with that? I'm like, damn, okay. Like really trusting the person whose job this is just really what other brands are missing. Like, you will get a much better product from me, a much better video, a much better photo shoot, if you allow me the creative freedom to experiment with what will work well and look good. If you tell me that it has to be done this way every single time and I can't delineate and I have to write the caption a certain way, you're not gonna get as much interactions. So that's all. I'm really excited. I'm really excited for you guys to see this collaboration. And yeah, it's time to ship packages. I always feel weird about filming this stuff because genuinely, I'm not sure why anyone wants to see me package things over and over again, but I don't know, maybe you'll find it interesting. I can show a bit of my process. So my first step when shipping packages is I go on to Shippo, which is the platform I use. I start pulling the items. So this person got this beautiful, beautiful blue veil that I love. It's Anais veil. So I take that, fold it up real nice, set it over here. A beautiful nest candle. This one's white, Bellissima Nido. It's juniper herbal spray. Now, syrup. I'm getting ready to go to Lafayette with the gang, the friends. I got myself a little coffee because I had a doctor's appointment. I deserve a little treat after that shit. I hate the doctor. I got recognized at the doctor, said what's up. She was very sweet. 10 out of 10. Olivia doesn't get out of her meeting until 1. So I'm guessing I'll probably be there, get there at like 1:10. I'm a red eyeliner girly, if you couldn't tell. I'm a fan of red eyeliner. This is like a nice deep dark red. So by the way, the only makeup I use at this point is Ritual de Feel. And there's a few reasons for that. 1, because I just love it. 2, because they're certified gluten-free. They don't use any gluten products. There are, believe it or not, a fucking lot of makeup companies that either can't confirm whether or not they use gluten in their products, which means I'm not safe, especially if it's going in my mouth, or they just straight up are like, we don't know. And I'm like, you don't know? What do you mean? And then some of them are like, well, we can't, we're pretty sure. Like, pretty sure doesn't cut it, guys. the same thing with like medications, honestly, is like people always come to me and they're like, being celiac or like being gluten-free, it's not that hard. Just, you know, don't eat gluten. You know, like it's this idea that it's a less severe disease, you know, and it's easy to avoid. And then you tell them about all the things that have gluten in them, right? And they're like, whoa, what the gum? Can't do gum, because I had tried it for a super long period of time and then they changed their recipe. And that's the thing too, is a lot of brands will change their recipes and not really tell anyone. That's the one thing that I want, whenever I like talk about this, people are like, it's not that hard, you know, just ignore it, avoid it. I'd love to. I already put on my oils this morning because I always wear oils to the doctor so they take me seriously, which sounds crazy, but it works. So we're just gonna do some extra, a little bit of spritz, walk into it, you know. And then I always like to do Our Lady on Tire, an undisclosed Death Witch oil. Can't give away all my secrets. And because we're hanging out with friends today, I'll do a little curse breaker on the back of the neck, but I'm not going to be applying any like money oils. Hypothetically I could, but then I may just like have something odd happen. I do always like to wear St. Anthony's Finding Oil. It's like helping me find things that I may need. And we do a little vitae, a little veiling spray. We're going to Lafayette, which is like notoriously haunted. So I'm really excited. We're in Lafayette with the gang, the Ang gang. We're gonna get a late lunch and then I guess take photos and do things. We just drove by the vampire
Of Lafayette.
And I'm excited for some tacos.
In reality, he was just a romantic man. That's all he was.
Oh no!
Yeah, it was,
racism.
It's just what racism?
It's racism.
In Colorado?
Are you serious?
What do you mean?
I thought we had a real. Oh, that's
gentrifying vampires now, too?
so
He's a gentrified
upsetting. So yeah, we're here to get tacos and talk about racism.
Oh,
all
right.
Everyone say hi. This is Olivia, who's parallel parking. DJ in the back, and Matt.
I have depression.